Hey guys, Bob Brown here, bobbrownonline.com. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Listen, I've got a quick question for you. If you're in the network marketing space, online marketing space, and you do any kind of lead generation, whether it's Facebook ads, blog posts, lead capture pages, the question I have for you today is, are you testing your headlines? Okay? And if you're not, you're going to want to stick around to find out why. All right, guys, how's it going? I wanted to share this with you because I've just recently found some training that had some amazing statistics that I was just blown away. So I wanted to share the same type of things with you so that you could possibly see some growth in your business, in your lead generation, your advertising dollar. So these are some really exciting facts that I came across, and I want to share that with you. This is something that I typically haven't done a lot of in the past, but after seeing this training, I will absolutely get started on this. And you should too as well if you want to see some serious ROI for your advertising dollars if you are doing some sort of advertising. So this is a great way to be able to increase your revenue. And what I found out was there are different ways to actually test your headlines to increase the performance of them and therefore increase your conversion rate. And so one of the questions that comes up or has been asked many times in the past is, and it has various answers depending on who you're either reading or listening to, and that is, so what is the best length for your headline? Should it be a long one? Should it be short? What should it be to actually get the best results? And if you've ever come up with a headline, you know that they can be difficult at times. Sometimes people just slap a headline on there, but you got to know this, that the headline is one of the most important things, because that's one of the first things that people see. That's what draws their attention in. So if your headline is not performing well, then you're not going to get the response to your content or to the ads that you're really looking for. So headline is important. The length of it, not so much important. Really, what I found out that the right length for the headline is whatever the length is. And the split testing will determine that as you are testing your links. What about color is another one of those questions that come up. So what about the color? Does that make a difference? Well, it can, but ideally, when you're using your headline in either a blog post or a page or even in an ad, you want that headline to kind of match the theme of your blog post or whatever it is that you're using. So that can make a difference. And really, the split testing is really going to determine what is the best length and color variation of your headline and how important that is. So this is why testing is so important, because it will actually prove to you which headline is the best. And that's what we want. We want a good performing headline. So there's basically three types. Now there's literally hundreds of tests that you can do on a headline, but kind of boiled it down to, in the training that I saw, was three tests that you can do to find out really which is the best headline and how it will perform best for you. So the first test that you're going to want to do for your headline is what we call the A-B split test. And so that A-B split test, you have two headlines. Now, typically you want some serious variation in those. And so you're going to want either a longer headline for one of them and a short headline for the other. That's going to be a real contrast, will give you some real definition for which direction your headline should go as you're running this test. So for the best results, you want at least 100 actions to that test. Okay, so whether it's to an opt-in page or to a click to another page, whatever those actions are, you want to give it at least 100 different actions to be able to clearly define which one is going to be the winner of that particular test. And so once you've found the clear winner of that test, the next thing you want to do is called a variation test. So you'll take the winner of the first test and make some slight changes to the variation of the headlines in this test to see which one actually is going to perform better. So we're doing a progressional testing of your headline, and then you're going to really be able to find out which one is performing the best for you. So the variation test, or the A1 versus the A2 test, this test will consist of actually testing individual words, verbs, phrases. These variations are going to help to further define the best headline for you. And again, you want to do that at least 100 actions. So you want to make sure you're getting, and that's really kind of depend on how much traffic you're getting to your particular test. But again, the more tests that can be run, the more accurate in defining which variations in that headline will work the best. And so that's real important. And then once you've completed that test and you found a winner from that test, the next test you want to move to is really the color font size test. You're going to test things like color, the font, which font works best, the size of that font. All of those will play a role in finding the best headline for you as well. So in that test. And so at this point, you're thinking about this. There's a lot of testing that's going on, and you might even be asking the question, so why is this so important? And how much benefit am I going to get from doing these tests? Well, stick with me, because I think you're going to be amazed like I was when you find out some of the results of just doing some simple tests on your headline. So let's say that right now you're testing this and you're converting at, you've picked out your headline, you're starting to test the headline, and you're converting at 1%. And let's say you're selling a product at $100, so a $100 product. And let's say it takes you 100 visitors convert one of those sales, and that's going to cost you $90. And at this point, so you're got a $100 product that you've sold one of at 1%, and it's costing you $90 to acquire those 100 visitors, so you've made a profit of $10. Now, for some people, they're excited about that. $10 profit, we're in the black, we're not in the red. That's a good thing. Anytime we're making a profit, that is good, and it is true. It is a good thing, right? So, but that's not the best part of this. So we're making a profit on it, but this is what I really got excited about when I saw this actual training, and the statistics that were coming out of this were just mind-boggling. So you see, the best part is that if you do some testing to your headline, you can actually increase the actual conversion rate and therefore increase your profits. That's the bottom line here. We always want to be increasing our profits. And in doing so, we're going to have more money in our pocket and be able to do more testing from that. So again, you see the cycle that takes place there. So check this out. Okay, let's say that you're now testing that same headline with the first test, the A/B test, right? And you're able to increase your conversions by about 0.5%. So all you have to do is increase your conversions by 0.5%. Okay, that's 0.5%. That's it. Not a whole lot. So that's really good, right? Look at what will actually take place. So let's say you do your A/B test, right? And you're actually able to increase the percentage of that by 0.5%. So 0.5%, you're able to increase your conversion rate by. And let's say on the A1, A2 test, the variation test, you're actually able to get another 0.5% or 0.5%. And so on your color font size test, let's say you can only increase that by 2%. Okay, so it's just a 2%. So an overall increase would mean that you've increased your conversion rate by 1.2%. Wow, so we've increased our conversion rate by 1.2%. We've doubled it, literally. So that's a good thing, right? Yes, it is a good thing. But it's even better than that. It's a great thing. So now you're actually converting with the 1% that you were doing. Now you're converting at 2.2%, which means you're now making $220 for every 100 visitors. So the visitors have stayed the same, but you've now increased your conversion rate. The 100 visitors still costing you $90, and so instead of making the $10 profit, now you're making $130. $130 for the same product. Now that's pretty amazing, isn't it? So what you've just done, that's a 1,300% increase in your profit by doing some split testing on your headline and doing it properly. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it? I thought so when I first saw this. And so, I've been doing some searching for this. So it's time, looks like for me, it's time to start doing some split testing on my headlines, right? Maybe you want to do the same thing. Well, you might be watching this and you're starting to think, well, still sounds like an awful lot of work. Maybe it's a little bit too complicated. And that's okay, because I just recently came across a tool that simplifies this process for you and will actually walk you through it step by step. And what I'm going to do is put a link below this video, and you can watch the video and see just how this particular tool can work for you in helping you to increase your ROI by split testing some of your headlines. And there's other things that you can split test as well with this particular tool. And so if you can increase your profits by 1,300% by doing some simple split testing, do you think it's a good thing for you? That's what you want to do. I know it's going to be a good thing for me. I'm going to start testing mine. So listen, if you want to watch that, click on the link below. If you found value in this, do me a favor, share it with somebody you think it will help. And I will be talking to you in the next video. God bless. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.